4, 3, 2, 1. Mpbl na! Mpbl!
It is another beautiful night for Philippine basketball as we welcome you to your continuing coverage of the 2022 OK Bet Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League, ang liga ng bawat Pilipino. Tonight, we come to you live from the Mpbl Convention Center all the way from San Fernando, Pampanga. Your second to the last regular season game day for your 2022 season of the Mpbl. And the Pampanga Giant Lanterns will look to bounce back after 2 straight defeats versus Zamboanga and San Juan respectively. The most recent one happening here in this very venue, a game-winning 3 from Jeff Tahonera and the San Juan Knights. Tonight, they battle it out with Cyrus Baguios, Patrick Abahog, Ron J. Buenafe, J. Mark Gimpayan, and the rest of Val City as Archie Concepcion, Jason Apolonio, Topeng Nagrama, Alex Ramos, and the rest of the Giant Lanterns took the bounce back here on their home court. There are no more playoff implications in this game. Pampanga will face Bataan in the first round. Val City will then head up to face the San Juan Knights in the first round in the North Division playoffs. Thank you so much for joining us. Mix Gomez at your service alongside Karen Elorde. Karen, how important will this win be if ever Pampanga does get it, especially if they're coming off of back-to-back losses?
Well, like what you mentioned, coming from a 2-game losing streak, itong Pampanga would want to bounce back, of course. And we know that coming into the playoffs, syempre, you'd want to have that high spirits coming into the playoffs, syempre.
And speaking of high spirits, high-spirited din ang ating courtside reporter for tonight na si Sydney Crespo. Sydney, good evening to you.
Hi guys! Yes, you're right, Migs. Of course, tuwing nandito tayo sa Pampanga, lagi naman tayong excited sa kanilang home game. Kaya abangan nyo ang aking mga kwento mamaya.
Alright, thank you so much, Sydney. Now, we have to break things down for everyone watching ating mga standings happening here in the Mpbl. Let's break down the North. Pampanga number 4, Valenzuela number 6.
Well, here, like what we mentioned, Pampanga on the 4th spot. Meron nga silang 2 losses coming into this game, and Valenzuela naman coming off a win. Now they're on the 6th spot.
That's why Pampanga will battle Bataan as a number 5 seed. Pampanga will have home court advantage in Game 2 of the North Division quarterfinals over the Risers. As for Val City, they will be traveling to San Juan for Game 2 of their series. But before that, they will proceed to Nueva Ecija and Pasig City respectively. Buo na po ang ating playoff picture except for that number 8 seed in the South Division. Muntinlupa will battle it out with the Imus Bandera this coming Thursday. Now let's discuss the previous games of our 2 teams, beginning with Val City. They won their previous outing, as you mentioned, and it was a 16-point victory against QC.
Well, in this ball game, they dominated that game all throughout. They had a good start also, and they shot better in the field. Ito nga, they had 47.4% compared to that 35.5% ng QC. They had less turnovers with only 8 compared to that 10. And points in the paint, dun nga sila nag-dominate with 46 points compared to the 32 ng QC.
Well, beyond those points in the paint, may outside shooting din na nanggaling kay Ron J. Buenafe, who was splendid once more for Val City in their previous outing.
Well, Ron J. Buenafe scoring 16 big points and 5 rebounds also, upping his season average of 11 points per game and 3 rebounds per game. So he was a big factor in that win para dito sa Valenzuela.
It's going to be very crucial in today's ball game against these younger Pampanga Giant Lanterns who, as we mentioned, they're coming off of a loss. The most recent one here happening in their very venue, the Mpbl Convention Center. Again, it was a 3-point heartbreak kontra kina Jeff Tahonera and the San Juan Knights.
Like what we said in that game also, ang sakit ng talo na yun in front of this home crowd, lalo na. And dito nga in the stats, we can see that they were losing sa 3-point field goals. They were actually up in the field goals percentage ng 39.7 compared sa 33.8%. But yung turnovers nila were allowed with 21 compared sa 15. And it was in that closing game lang talaga sa tira ni Jeff Tahonera that concluded everything for them.
Well, there was one bright spot for Pampanga in that game, and it was Jason Apolonio, who had 13 points and 7 rebounds. Remember, before the emergence of Archie Concepcion, he was the leading scorer of Pampanga.
Well, Jason Apolonio, despite that loss, he came crucial for them, scoring 13 points and 7 big rebounds para dito sa Pampanga Giant Lanterns.
It's gonna be big time today against Val City. These two teams playing their last regular season games of their 2022 season. Now we turn you over to Miguel Pere for our starting lineups.
Pampanga. This is the OK Bet Manny Pacquiao's Mpbl 4th season, presented by Extreme. And it's time to meet the starters for both teams, beginning with the Valenzuela Zur Homes Realty Incorporated. Starting at guard number 3, Julius Pasculado. Also at guard number 8, Ryle Mecca. At center number 15, Alan Santos. At forward number 9, Jaymar Gimpayan. Also at forward number 55, Lordy Casajeros. The Valenzuela Zur Homes Realty Incorporated is led by their playing coach, Lester Alvarez. His assistants are Marlon Calao and Errol Francisco. Team manager is John Santos. Team owner is Samson Lato. And now, the starting five for your Pampanga Giant Lanterns AMG3 Construction. Starting at guard number 20, Topeng Lagrama. At forward number 1, Ernest Reyes. Starting at guard number 6, Jason Apollonio. At center number 81, Jammer Hamito. And also at forward number 2, Archie Concepcion. Pampanga Giant Lanterns AMG3 Constructions will be led by our birthday celebrant, Pedic Dimatulak. His assistant is Jonas Giao. Team manager and team owner is Mr. A.G. Gonzalez. Assistant team managers are Ronald Dulud and Raymond Guevara.
Your starters for Valenzuela and Pampanga: Julius Pasculado, Bral Mecca, Alan Santos, Jaymar Gimpayan, and Lordy Casajeros for Val City. And as for Pampanga, we have Ernest Reyes, Archie Concepcion, Jammer Hamito, Jason Apollonio, and Topeng Lagrama. This is going to be a game that would mean a lot, especially for Topeng Lagrama, who's getting the start. Remember, the past couple of games for the Giant Lanterns, Lagrama hasn't seen much minutes, and he has given a lot of turnovers, especially for the opposition. A struggle it has been for their star point guard.
Well, this could be a good opportunity for him to actually bounce back and get his minutes back para nga dito sa Pampanga.
Topeng Lagrama, he is one of the best passers in the Mpbl. Number 7 in the league at 5.6 assists per ball game. That's why it was very uncharacteristic for him to have been playing like that the past couple of outings versus San Juan and Zamboanga respectively. But he did mention to us before this game that he has been having good practices with his squad. And his goal for tonight is to re-establish himself, his minutes, as a big-time contributor for his squad.
And this will be a very crucial game for him. Syempre, yun nga, like what we said, coming into the playoffs, Topeng Lagrama will prove to his coaches also that he deserves to be that starting point guard for them.
Lordy Casajeros missing the first free throw here. Also a rare starting lineup for Val City. No Cyrus Baguio, no Ron J. Buenafe, and no Patrick Abao.
Well, may ganun rin mga strategy mga coaches, lalo na nga paparating na ang playoffs. They could rest out their star players. And syempre, ayaw naman magkaroon ng injuries pa coming into the playoffs.
Well, Ron J. Buenafe did tell us that there really is that balance between reserving themselves and not relaxing, because if they do relax, it would actually make them even more injured.
That's right. Well, being veterans of the game itself, of basketball, tagal na naglalaro, alam na rin nila yung mga kailangan nila gawin, and syempre very essential yung pag-rest ng kanilang mga katawan.
Here's Jason Apollonio, almost traveled. It ended up being a turnover, which has been an issue for Pampanga the past couple of games. Gimpayan. Good hustle there by Brad Mecca. And Val City will retain possession.
Well, first few possessions in this ball game, medyo scrappy pa. Nothing clean for both teams.
As for Pampanga, they're feeling the sense of urgency their coaches would tell us na hindi sila nakatulog ng maayos, especially after that heartbreaking loss against San Juan. And they did practice the day after that game. And remember, the match happened last Saturday. So they had Sunday practice.
Yeah, walang rest day. Gusto
Right.
talaga bumawi for sure.
Right now, they're still looking for their first points. Good tap by Gimpayan. Archie will not track it down even more. These Kapampangans, by the way, they're feeling it already. Hindi pa nagiinit yung koponan nila. Pero dahil yan sa 25-point comeback ng Marikina Shoemasters earlier tonight against the Rizal Golden Coolers in what felt like a home game for Marikina. Archie Concepcion from downtown.
That was a big three by Archie Concepcion to start out this ball game in front of this loud home crowd, Migs.
Archie Concepcion, number 8 in the league in scoring, averaging 15 per ball game. He is the starting all-star for the Pampanga Giant Lanterns. Pasculado, baseline drive. He's rejected by Jammer Hamito. And here's Topeng Nagrama. Forward pass, Apolonio at the corner. Bombs away.
That was a good find by Topeng Lagrama, slowly but surely finding his open teammates. And now he has assists under his name.
There you see the leading scorers of Pampanga in this season. Jason Apolonio and Archie Concepcion coming alive to the delight of their home crowd. 6-1 the early score, 5 on the shot clock. Pasculado, do they know about it? Jamar does. Oh, what a putback. Just couldn't get it to go.
That was a difficult putback for himself.
Forward pass, Nagrama. Good block by Alan Santos, who's also one of the best in the league in terms of shot blocking. There's a charge against Julius Pasculado.
So far, Topeng Lagrama making things happen for his team, creating another stop for them.
We can only imagine what's going through the minds and the hearts of these Pampanga Giant Lanterns. Obviously, they had all the confidence in the world. Then they came into those matchups against Nueva Ecija, Zamboanga, and San Juan with their heads held up high. Right now, it's Jammer Hamito scoring inside.
So now Pampanga creating for themselves outside and inside right now. And in that possession, Jamer Hamito creating 2 points.
Great pressure by Archie. Pasculado goes to Jamar. Baseline. Great defense. Pampanga really making it hard for Val City.
Pampanga right now, you can see they're very relaxed, they're very composed on offense and on defense. So it's a good sign for them.
Now let's turn you over to City Crespo.
Younger, but that's what they're banking on tonight. Pampanga looking for their much-needed bounce-back win is braving this game sa takbuhan at hustle. Of course, they also addressed ang isa sa mga kailangan i-improve ng young team na ito, which is ang maturity in their endgame. According to Assistant Coach De Matulak, may mga moments na nininervyos pa ang kanilang team, lalo na sa crucial moments. Pero tulad ng kwento niya, mabilis namang mag-respond ang kanilang mga players despite being a lesser experienced team coming into this season. Tonight, wala si Head Coach Governor Delta Pineda as he is on a business trip in the US pero naka-video call si Gov mula dugout until now sa kanyang coaching staff to help manage this game. Okay, alas mga kaliga, magbabalik po Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League.
Back inside the Benguiao Convention Center from San Fernando, Pampanga. Coach Lester Alvarez is inside the ball game to join Braille Meca, Lordy Casajeros, Alan Santos, and Felix Aprecu. Alan Santos facing up, now posting up, the turnaround. Oh, what a move from Alan Santos.
And a grin, a smile after that shot. Kita naman yung patience doon and yung veteran move ni
The other
Alan
end.
Santos. Bumawi agad si Jamer Hamito.
And Alan Santos snapping it off. That's a good matchup between him and Jammer Hamito. 10-3 is the early score. Ernest Reyes with a steal. Good hands by Apolonio as well. Jason hands it off. Archie for two.
That was a good stop and a find to Archie Concepcion for that easy 2-point shot.
These Kapampangans definitely missed their dynamic duo.
Oh.
Jason Apolonio and Archie Concepcion. Isama mo pa dyan si Topeng Lagrama. Miss mula kay Apreco. Hamito giving it up. Topeng looking ahead. Lagrama rocking that blue hair for tonight. Turnover. Topeng has to stop this one. And that's an easy two for Brian Mecca.
Well, Topeng Lagrama trying to keep it steady here para sa Pampanga Lanterns. Pero, yun nga, unfortunately, his big man couldn't control that basketball, leading to that 2-point shot para dito sa Val City.
12-5 is the early score. Step back three. What a shot from Jason Apolonio.
That was a tough shot by Jason Apolonio. Like he said, one of the leading scorers in this team, proving why he's that guy.
12.5 points per game for Jason Apolonio. Just trailing Archie Concepcion's 15. And you have to love the confidence in this guy. Remember, he has been nursing that left shoulder injury. But man, looks like he's back.
That was a tough 3-point shot. Step back. Talagang malinis. That was behind the line.
Baseline inbound, Alan Santos. Against Jammer Hamito again. One-hander is short. Rebound, Jammer.
That's a tough matchup. Grabe.
Forward pass. Reyes is fouled.
You gotta appreciate the Pampanga players here running the floor, challenging the defense of Val City.
Now the Kapampangans are feeling it. See that move from Ernest Reyes, getting the foul from Alan Santos, who will now be replaced by Kevin Villafranca. Pasok din si JC Ajay. As for Pampanga, still no substitutions yet. This free throw is brought to you by Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kumpletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas. Sidney Crespo mentioned, wala po si Coach Governor Dennis Delta Pineda tonight. Pero binabati po namin kayo, sir. Happy birthday as well to Coach Pedic Dima Tulak and Jay Sierra ng Pampanga Giant Lanterns. Coach Pedic will be one of the acting head coaches for tonight in the absence of Governor Delta. 15-5. Mecca inside. That's a good feed onto JC Ajay.
So that was a good penetration there by Mecca, finding his teammate down under the basket for that easy 2-point shot.
4 minutes in the opening frame. Lagrama setting things up. They go to Archie. Concepcion, couple of jabs. Double team up top. Archie escaping the D, and that's a turnover. They really have to be careful with these basketballs. Alvarez, no good. Rebound Apolonio. 15-7. Lagrama stopping and popping. That is short. Battle for the ball. It ends up with a Preco.
That was a straight line Topeng Lagrama shot. And an unfortunate foul there for him.
First foul on Topeng Lagrama. Pasok dito si Alex Ramos. And Jay Garcia as well will be coming in a while. Now still receiving some words from his coaches. 15-7. Lester Alvarez. Stepping back. Mid-range is short. Archie gets it. They go to Topeng. Lagrama. Forward pass. Apolonio again. That time too strong.
That was going to be a big shot if that went in for Jason Apolonio.
It seems like Val City will be resting its big three tonight. Still no Cyrus Baguio, no Ron J. Buenafe, no Patrick Abahog. And there's a foul here inside against Felix Apreco. Pasok dito, Janelle Bauzon, who competed in our slam dunk contest. Great to see him back after suffering an injury a couple of weeks ago. At si Lawrence Malyari, who also almost went down with another elbow injury. But it looks like he's fine after he fell down in Bataan a couple of days back. Alex Ramos going to Archie. Concepcion will fire. It's too strong. Rebound the Preku. Oh, steal by Jason Apolonio, who almost collided with Garen Elorde. And now an alley-oop to Archie Concepcion.
That was a good find for Archie Concepcion, running that lane for him, and that alley-oop, finishing that shot.
These Kapampangans, they love it every time the Giant Lanterns run.
Oh, everyone's getting excited here.
We bring you this epic move of the game in partnership with OKBet. Own the win. MJ Garcia finding his companion, Archie Concepcion, up in the air.
We were part of that highlight mix. Steal. But yeah, good finish here by Archie Concepcion.
Lester Alvarez. They go to Villafranca. Handoff. JC Ajay. Now it's Felix Aprecu. Steal by Dom Vera. Vera looks ahead. Oh, that's a good block by Aprecu. Beautiful recovery.
Good recovery there with Felix Aprecu, not giving up on that basketball.
There's a travel here against JC Ajay.
Oh, he doesn't agree with that call.
Very interesting rotation here for Val City. We're also seeing Andre Arminion in street clothes for tonight. Vera onto Malyari. Mid-range is good.
Well, that was a well-defended shot, but definitely a better shot made by him.
We haven't seen that jump shot from him all season long. That could be a really good sign for Pampanga.
That's a scary sign for the opponents if he can be consistent with that shot.
Good backdoor cut. It's a layup for JC Ajay. 4 points for JC, getting extended minutes here over their big three of shooting guards. Alex Ramos, short stab.
Archie Concepcion making that easy basket for his teammate happen, driving the lane, getting the defense first, attracting the defense, opening up his teammate for that 2-point shot.
21-9, under a minute remaining in the first frame. Bauzon. They go to Villafranca. Another backdoor. Dangerous pass. Ajay gets it, turn around. No good. It's stopped away in favor of Pampanga.
Oh, that was too much defense on him, but still he took that shot.
Pasok dito si Mitchell Mines to replace Archie Concepcion. Mines had 4 points and 5 rebounds in their previous outing. MJ Garcia setting things up. Here's Dom Vera. They go to Alex Ramos. His turn to drive and kick. MJ, couple of dribbles, sidestep, no good.
That was a long stride in that Euro step. Fortunately, he was unable to finish that basket.
MJ Garcia, one of the tallest point guards here in the Mpbl. Maybe just behind Joshua Gonzalez. 2-second differential. Lester fading away. No good. Ball tapped away in favor of the purple shirts. 6 seconds remaining. MJ Garcia. MJ has to fire this one up. He goes to Ramos, but they lose time. First quarter, looking good here para sa Pampanga Giant Lanterns. They establish a 12-point lead.
Well, so far so good para dito sa Pampanga Giant Lanterns, doing everything correct, leading the game 21-9.
would like to give a shout out to our very own Kit Jimenez for making Mpbl history last night. The first quadruple-double ng Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. 33 points, 13 rebounds, 11 assists, and 11 steals. According to the tiebreaker times, this is also the first quadruple-double tallied in Philippine pro basketball since 1999, when Don Belbelano had 17, 11, 11, and 10 in Davos win over Nueva Ecija in the 1999 NBA season. And of course, we would like to invite you guys to follow the social media accounts of the MPBL for your latest news and updates, especially as the playoffs are coming up beginning this October 15 in Nueva Ecija.
Well, that's a great milestone for the MPBL, and lalo na syempre para kay Kit Jimenez. I wonder when that record will be broken, Mix.
Again, the last quadruple-double happened in the previous century. JC Marcelino had an idea today to try to break it. He had 7 steals over Imus in that big-time victory for Zamboanga as they established themselves as the #1 seed in the South Division. But of course, despite that game, malayo yung statistics no, ni JC to try to finish with a quadruple-double. For sure he'll take it, of course, happily. That #1 seed in the South. As for Pampanga, they will end the season as the #4 seed and will face the Bataan Risers in the first round of the playoffs. They will travel this Saturday to Nueva Ecija for the first playoff game in 2022. Step back 3 for Dom Vera.
Oh, Dom Vera loves that shot, and as you can see, everyone here in this arena loves that shot too by Dom Vera. That was a tough step back for him.
The Kapampangans already know it, that Dom Vera is their go-to shooter. Every time he releases that basketball, more often than not, it's gonna go in. Here's Ford Ruaya, turn around. Sorry, miss. Villafranca getting the board. By the way, it's still very interesting here. There's still no Cyrus Baguio, no Ronjay Buenafe, no Patrick Abahog in this game. As you take a look at that step back 3 over the outstretched arm of a lengthier Janelle Bauzon for Dom Vera.
That was a hard shot in between the legs, step back, outside in the 3-point area, making that shot nothing but net, Mix.
24-9, Pampanga off to a good start. Forward pass, Alex Ramos is blocked. Minus is there, but it's stolen away. The other end we go for Druaya on the catch. Taking it back out, JC Ajay working with Kevin Villafranca up top. They go to Lester. Alvarez, there is a 3-second violation against for Druaya.
Well, he was trying to establish his position and trying to seal against Ramos, but then he was called for a 3-second violation.
Balik tayo sa Pampanga. Turnover story, 4-8 in favor of the Giant Lanterns. Again, that has been a problem for them in the past couple of games. Not necessarily in this one. Mitchell Minus for 2.
Mitchell Minus taking that basketball, creating something for himself, challenging the defense of JC Ajay. Slow but steady yung 2-point shot na yun ni Mitchell Minus.
Mitchell Minus started the season playing as a power forward for Pampanga, but he has slid into that 3 position as they have a lot of big men in their lineup. Remember, in the mid-season, ang kanilang additions ay sina Lawrence Malyari, Jammer Hamito, and Gary David.
Here you can see that ball control by Minus, body control also, accepting that body contact and making that 2 points para nga dito kay Mitchell Minus, who transitioned to be a 3 guard now. And magandang addition nga, magandang sub siya for Archie Concepcion.
They used to play together. Archie at the 2, Apolonio at the 3, Minus at the 4. But a different look. Very interesting here from Pampanga. Let's see if they're gonna bring it back as well come the playoffs.
Yeah, well, they have a similar body type. Yung agility, medyo similar din. So, yeah, not surprising na siya na nga yung naging backup ni Archie Concepcion.
This 3-point shot is brought to you by, or make that, this free throw is brought to you by Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kompletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas. Bauzon at the line, rocking that blonde hair. Mahilig talaga magpakulay ng buhok itong mga MPBL players natin eh.
I mean, it adds something to them, I guess. Added flair, added confidence.
Right.
Why not?
26-11. Minus using the pick. They go to Dom Vera. against Pauzon again. Dombera, double team. 7 on the shot clock. Still has it. Kick out. Alex Ramos. No good. Ball now is with Val City. Lester Alvarez. Good fake. Inside he goes. And he gets the contact.
Lester Alvarez proven to be a veteran player in this game. Talagang slow and steady lang talaga. Well known for his 3-point shot. But you know, also he can get that contact.
Interesting for him because he is a playing coach in this league.
Double responsibility for him.
Have you ever done that?
Hindi pa.
I can only imagine how hard that is. Gary David about to check in here alongside Topeng Lagrama. Gary David technically is born in Pampanga, so he is a homegrown. But he was born in the border of Pampanga and Bataan. So homegrown din siya ng Bataan. Pili ka na lang, Gary, kung ano gusto mo. They will face Bataan, by the way, in the first round of the playoffs. That's going to be a good matchup. Katabi lang, no? Yung dalawang koponan na yan. As for Val City, they will face the San Juan Knights. Ramos, one-hander, too strong. Another try. This time he backs it in.
Well, that was a good initial play by Topeng Lagrama, doing that pick and roll with him. And even though he missed that first shot, not giving up, getting that rebound for himself and making that shot for Pampanga.
Charge here against Jmar Gimpayan. Jamar Hamito checking back in. It looks like Topeng Lagrama is getting his regular minutes here. Good chance for him to prove himself once again, reintroduce himself, as we could say.
And I guess getting his confidence back also to try and lead this team.
Pass inside, there's another foul. Oh, by the way, we're gonna see Ronjay Buenafe, Patrick Abaog, and Cyrus Baguio all together. This is a rare sight.
All at the same time.
We are used to seeing 2 of the 3 of them on the court. Hindi sabay-sabay yung tatlong yan. So this is a special moment for Val City fans. Oh, by the way, Cyrus Baguio is guarding Gary David. That's a good matchup right there as David misses on the jump shot. Cyrus goes to Ronjay. Fake. Step back. You see the patience from the veteran.
Yeah, pag ganun talaga, pag veteran player, hindi sila nagmamadali at all. They know where you're gonna go.
Oh, Topeng Lagrama! Sorry miss after that crossover. And it's Mitchell Minus with some magic in the air.
And yun naman yung exciting sa mga young players ngayon. They have those moves in their bags. And nagulat doon si Ronjay Buenafe.
Patrick Abaog on the other end. You can't leave him that wide open.
Yeah, again, another veteran player on the floor. We know what he can do, how well he can play in Patrick Abaog.
This could be an interesting trend here for Val City. Are we gonna see a lot more of Buenafe, Kabahog, and Baguio all together in the playoffs? Lagrama misses, ball tapped away. Gary David thought he could out-jump Jmar Gimpayan on that play, but to no avail. Pasok dito si Felix Aprecu. There's Ford Ruaya. We'll take a breather now. Cyrus Baguio is wide open. He misses that 3, but we turn you over to Sidney Crespo.
Val City is treating this game as if it's the playoffs because according to playing coach Lester Alvarez, this is a great chance for them to polish their offense. For defense naman, tsatsagain talaga nila. Andre Armenion is not suited up tonight because of a calf injury. Pero Coach Lester says the other point guards would be ready to step up. Pag po alis mga kaliga, magbabalik po ang Mpbl.
We are calling the attention of the owner of the
talk about the numbers for Val City and Pampanga.
Well, kita natin, hindi masyado nagkakalayo ang kanilang points scored, 79.9 to 76.7. On the defensive end, they allow their opponents to score 75.3 etong Val City compared to 73.1 ng Pampanga. And rebounding, assists at bench points, medyo magkakadikit lang rin, Migs.
30 to 16 our score. Val City with possession here. J. Margimpayan working with their big three, Cabahug, Buenafe, and Baguio, as well as Felix Aprecu. Cyrus will try to post up. Turn around against Lagrama. No good. Baguio gets it back. Tapped away. Aprecu on the recovery. Triple team against him. It ends up with Cabahug. Somehow, someway, makes something out of it.
Well, before that shot by Patrick Cabahug, it was good defense being shown by Pampanga. They were able to help out the post offense by Cyrus Baguio against stopping Lagrama, finding that disadvantage. But yeah, the ball ending up in Patrick Cabahug's hands. So they had that 2-point shot.
Take a look at that replay. It was a scramble for Val City. But you see how relaxed their veterans are. Ronje Buenafe did mention to me before this game that their strategy, especially coming into the playoffs, is they really have to play at their pace. Hindi sila pwede makipagsabayan sa mga batang ito. And if you could trust one player in the Mpbl, you can definitely trust that strategy of Ronje Buenafe.
Oh, and syempre, being veteran players of this game and being in the Mpbl, sila, syempre, they're gonna use it to their advantage and they're gonna force to slow down the ball game and play half court. Hindi pwede makipagsabayan sa takbuhan, sa fast break. So, yeah, slow and steady para sa Val City.
32-18, Cabahug. Again, that's a lot of space for him. And there's double foul here. Initially called against Jammer Hamito and Felix Aprecu. Yes, it is.
This is double foul between number 40, Felix Aprecu, who is third, and number 81, Jammer Hamito, his first personal foul.
As much as you're seeing Pampanga with an 11-point lead right now, they're looking confident, they're looking comfortable. Again, no lead is safe here in the Mpbl, and we just witnessed it earlier tonight. A 25-point comeback from the Marikina Shoe Masters against Rizal. So Pampanga has to be careful here. Ernest Reyes, foul on the floor. Cyrus Baguio matatawagan. Alan Santos babalik dito. Papalitan niya si Felix Aprecu. If you actually look at it paper-wise, ang lalim din ang lineup nitong Val City.
Oh. And the players that you have there also in that team, grabe, ang daming experience na talaga.
By the way, let's take this time to greet some people of Pampanga. Deputy Speaker Congressman Don Gonzales, Team Owner Manager A.G. Gonzales, City Councilor Brents Gonzales, Board Member Micah Gonzales, Vice Mayor Rodin Gonzales of Mexico, Governor Dennis Delta Pineda, Vice Governor Lina Nanay Pineda, and Board Member Mylene Pineda. Again, happy birthday to Coach Pedic Di Matulak and Jay Sierra. Magandang gabi po sa inyo. And thank you for everything that you have done in this wonderful Pampanga program. As J. Margimpayan scores inside.
Again, Ronje Buenafe making that offense happen for them, attracting the defense in the low post. And J. Margimpayan open underneath the basket for that 2-point shot.
Apolonio escaping the defense. That's an easy 2 for him. Cyrus Baguio playing point guard here. Again, no Andre Arminion, supported by Sidney Crespo. That's why other players will divide those minutes as the one. Cyrus Baguio trying to play with Topeng Lagramo, who just had to swipe it away. Apolonio for 3. Too strong. Gary David with the athleticism, the turnaround, and the jump shot.
Of course, Gary David, well known for his mid-range jump shot.
Ronje Buenafe showing us some parlor tricks here.
Yeah, there's so much veteran players in this game right now.
Apolonio with the miss. There's the vertical leap of Gary David. showing us some shades of who he was before.
course.
Malamang na-motivate siya. Nakita niya si Patrick Abahog yung umaabot dun sa bola na yun.
Na challenge.
This is a nice throwback to all of the basketball fans watching.
Yeah, well-known names in the game of basketball for sure.
Ronjay Buenafe missing the first. Remember, Buenafe was part of that Bicol Volcanoes team, number 8 seed in the Lacan season, who almost upset the Davao Occidental Tigers. So in terms of playoff experience here in the MPBL, isa yan sa mga nangunguna. Could be a source of inspiration for a lot of teams. 37-24, Ernest Reyes will fire. No good, rebound Alan Santos. Under 3 minutes here in the second frame. Ronjay. They go to Patrick Abahog against Gary David. Gary trying to stick with Kabahog, and he's called for a foul.
A little too pesky for Gary David over there. Tawagan ng foul. Good screen set by Alan Santos also.
Pretty sure a lot of people are asking for an isolation between Gary David and Cyrus Baguio. But Gary David will now take a breather, so mamaya na po yan. Archie Concepcion will return for Pampanga. 9 points so far for Patrick Abahog. Ito yung sinasabi natin, no? If you rely on your shooting, more often than not, you're really gonna be affected even until you grow of age.
That's right. So, syempre, as we know, when you're younger, mas athletic tayo talaga. But as we grow older, nababawasan na yung athleticism, everything else, right? Pero pag shooter ka talaga hanggang dulo.
It has never been a problem for Patrick Abahog here. His age, no? Dito sa MPBL. Lead has been cut down to 11. Very manageable here for Val City. Pampanga will look to regroup. 37-26, 2 minutes and 28 before halftime. There you see the newest Pampanga superstar, Archie Concepcion, at 10 points in the previous outing.
Yeah, Archie Concepcion, the all-star for this Pampanga team, scoring 10 points, 6 out of 8 sa free throw line. Well, he has to do more to help Pampanga get that win talaga.
Remember, Archie has one of the most inspiring stories in this season for the MPBL. Remember, he wasn't seeing much action back in his college days. Was also relatively unknown in high school, but now making a name for himself in the MPBL as Ernest Reyes scores inside.
Well, MPBL really is that avenue for players that want to have that second chance sa laro nga ng basketball, and Archie Concepcion is a good testimonial for that.
Layup is too strong for Jmar Gimpayan. There's a sad sight here for the Kapampangans. Apolonio is limping as Patrick Abahog makes another shot here. Apolonio is still limping. Again, he's just coming off of a shoulder injury. They do not want him hurt, especially as they proceed to the playoffs.
Yeah, this is not a good sign para nga dito sa Pampanga team. Jason Apolonio limping, like he said, not a good sign.
We're gonna need a report from Sidney Crespo about that later on. You heard the silence from the crowd here as Dom Vera misses from 3. Archie could not follow. The lead has been cut down to 10, by the way. Kabahog on the catch against MJ Garcia. He takes his time, he creates his own space, and he smiles as he runs down to the other end of the court.
Well, that was a tough shot by Patrick Abahog, no doubt. Posting up his opponent, fading away for that shot.
And how about these 3 veterans of Val City controlling the pace of the game Forward pass onto Himpayan. The lead has been cut down to 6 points.
No, before that shot, ito sa second quarter nga, they tried to slow down this ball game. Kaya naman sila nakahabol sa laro na to. But surprisingly, they're pushing. They're the ones pushing that basketball right now.
Archie. Could have been a big one. Ronjay soaring high for the rebound. Look at him play point guard here. Pure intelligence from the veterans of Val City, and he scores on layup.
And that's what you get from Ronjay Buenafe. He can push that basketball. And siya pa, laking guard na to si Ronjay Buenafe. Who's gonna try to stop him?
What a clinic this has been for Ronjay Buenafe, Patrick Abahog, and Cyrus Baguio. MJ Garcia for 3.
Finally, a big shot for MJ Garcia to end that streak. Now it's back up to 7 points para dito sa Pampanga.
They badly needed that one. Baguio on the other end. Layup is good.
Like what you said, Mix, it's like a clinic para dito sa veteran players ng Val City, making their shots that they're used to.
MJ could not get back-to-back baskets. Forward pass, Kabahog. You know he's gonna shoot it. Just couldn't get it to go, and that will conclude our first half here in Pampanga. A strong start for the Giant Lanterns. They were comfortable with a double-digit lead for most of the first half. And yet, these three leaders for Val City coming alive, Cyrus Baguio, Ronjay Buenafe, and Patrick Abahog, slowly but surely able to trim down that lead of Pampanga. Although Archie Concepcion and the Giant Lanterns have done enough to hold on to this 5-point advantage at halftime.
Well, Archie Concepcion has been that bright spot para nga dito sa purple shirts, but he has to do more if they want to increase this lead against Val City.
And especially if Jason Apolonio will not be able to come back in this game. Archie now is with Sydney Crespo.
Yes guys, kasama ko ang ating player at the half, Archie Concepcion. Of course, ang kanilang homegrown. Archie, kanina shinare mo sa akin na gustong-gusto nyo talagang makabawi, lalo na dito sa inyong home court. Ano ba ang iyong motivation? Anong motivation ng buong team in this game?
Unang-una po para makabawi po sa mga nanonood dito na Kapampangan po. Para po pagdating sa playoffs, yung panalo na to madala po namin. Yun.
Archie, we'll see you later in the second half. I'm gonna let you go for your huddle. Mga kaligaw po kayong alis. Magabalik po ang Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League.
4, 3, 2, 1, Mpbl na! Mpbl na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino sa Luzon, sa Visayas.
Welcome back mga kaliga. This is Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. I'm Sydney Crespo at nandito tayo ngayon sa halftime ng ating main game. At kasama ko ang San Fernando Counselor na si Counselor Brent Gonzalez. Counselor, welcome and good evening sa'yo. Marami at punong-puno tayo dito sa ating arena. Marami ring mga kabataan. Meron po ba tayong sports projects, efforts dito sa San Fernando na baka pwede nating invite ang ating mga kabataan?
Bilang pinakabatang nahalal na konsehal sa probinsyang Pampanga. Marami kaming mga programa para sa mga kabataan. Sa kasalukuyan, meron kaming DBM, Delta Inter-Barangay Basketball Tournament para sa mga kabataan na under 21 years old. Magsa-start po ito sa October 23 sa San Fernando. At nag-start na rin po ito sa Municipality of Arayat at mag-uumpisa rin po ito sa Balen ng Santa Ana. At ito pong programa na to, we would like to promote sports sa mga batang Kapampangan dahil alam naman natin na mahilig talaga yung mga Kapampangan, lalong-lalo na sa pagbabasketball.
Ayan, at kitang-kita nga po namin yan na tuwing nandito kami sa inyong home court. Counselor, baka gusto niyo pong magpasalamat sa lahat ng mga nandito, pati sa inyong mga kaibigan.
Sa lahat ng aking mga kabalen na nandirito ngayon, dakal salamat po. King kaya kayo pong suporta, King Pampanga Lanterns. Sana po tuloy-tuloy lang po yung suportang binibigay ninyo. At kahit medyo minamalas tayo ngayon, at pinapangako namin na babawi tayo and siguro this season sa atin na to. Salamat.
Thank you so much again, Counselor Benz Gonzalez. Thank you so much for joining me, mga kaliga. Second half na after this break.
In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, Mpbl na! Mpbl na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino sa Luzon.
Back inside the Benguiao Convention Center, all the way from San Fernando, Pampanga, your second to the last regular season game day of the Mpbl for 2022 before we begin the playoffs this October 15. Pampanga holding on to a 5-point lead here, but the biggest lead for the Giant Lanterns was 17 points. It happened early in this game. It's actually in the second quarter. But as soon as the big three of Val City came in, it was only 6 minutes and 41 seconds that we saw action among Ronjay Buenafe, Patrick Abahog, and Cyrus Baguio. That's all that they needed. 6 minutes and 41 in order to get a plus 10 in terms of efficiency, in terms of difference in this game. Patrick Abahog has already scored 15 points, and this is turning out to be a good scare, especially for the Giant Lanterns.
Like what you said, the big three actually really made a big difference para dito sa Val City. And in this ball game, in that matter, they were able to slow down the pace of this ball game. They changed the energy of this Pampanga Giant Lanterns, and they were playing the style of their game, itong Val City. And here we can see that both teams were actually sharing that basketball pretty well. Fast break points, magugulat ka, Mix. Mas lamang ang Val City. Even though they were trying to slow down the pace, ang daming open guys. And they were actually creating shots for their teammates. Kaya naman, lumiit na ang kalamangan ng Pampanga to just 5 points.
It was crazy because you would see Buenafe, Kabahog, and Baguio slowing it down. But their two teammates are running to the other end of the floor, and they would catch those passes. Leading scorers, Patrick Abahog with 15, Himpay and Ajay Buenafe following him. The other side, Jason Apolonio has 8, Archie has 7, Hamito with 6, and Minus with 4. But something concerning here for the Pampanga Giant Lanterns. It was Jason Apolonio who went down. He was limping because of a leg injury that happened in the first half. Later on, we're going to hear from Sidney Crespo about it. Obviously, that is a source of concern for this squad because they just recently got him back 100%. Ito si Jason Apolonio off of a shoulder injury. He is someone who's going to be very vital come the playoffs for Pampanga.
And he was playing very well sa first 2 quarters itong ball game na to. Unfortunately nga, we saw him limping with that leg injury. And hopefully we can find out more about what happened to him.
Third quarter here in Pampanga. Mix Gomez, Karen Elorde, Sidney Crespo at your service. Val City starting the second half with their first 5 here. J. Mark Gimpayan, Nordy Casajeros, Julius Pasculado, Brian Mecca, who gets this reverse layup, and Alan Santos. As for Pampanga, they have Lawrence Malyari, Jammer Hamito, MJ Garcia, Mitchell Minus, and Archie Concepcion. We're not seeing Jason Apolonio. Actually, there he is at the edge of the bench of Pampanga. Hanggang natin mamaya si Sydney about it. There's a foul here on the loose ball. Lawrence Malyari matatawagan. Now, if you're Pampanga, how important is this time for you to dominate with the absence of the big three of Val City on the floor?
Well, yun nga, like we said, they were actually dominating the game nung start, nung wala pa yung big three, and now it's their chance to actually push that basketball and actually try to create a bigger lead for them, and that's what they're trying to do right now.
Beautiful reverse, just couldn't convert. Couple of taps, it's Lawrence Malyari with a putback.
What's good also right now, starting this second half, is we have Mitchell Marines on the wing together with Archie Concepcion. So you have 2 big guards running that floor for you. So tingnan natin anong klaseng effect magagawa nila para sa game na to.
Take a look at that replay. Layup was short, putback was short as well. But on the third try, there was Lawrence Malyari, who came over from Laguna Cora, Asia in the mid-season for the Pampanga Giant Lanterns. 44-39. Alan Santos, there's that matchup again versus Jammer Hamito. No conversion, ball tapped away in favor of Pampanga.
Well, that's a good matchup for you, Alan Santos and Jammer Hamito. 2 big guys trying to battle it out underneath the basket.
Fast break opportunity here for Val City. It's 2 points for J. Mark Gimpayan as we turn you over to Sidney Crespo. Sid, go ahead.
Archie Concepcion at the beginning of this season told me basketball wasn't his sport, not until college. Pero ngayon kwento niya kahit saan siya pumunta dito sa Pampanga, hindi mawawala ang supporters. He shares that Pampanga just loves basketball so much and Coach Di Matulak echoes that and proudly shares na worth it ang mga tinatrabaho nila ni Governor Delta Pineda for grassroots talents. Every year, they connect with city mayors to barangay kagawats na magdadala ng mga young talents 17 and below dito sa Delta Training Camp. Free trainings, exposure, and most especially ang school. Proud ang Pampanga coaching staff na dumaan dito ang mga players na mahal na ng maraming fans ngayon from Japet Aguilar, Calvin Abueva, Mike Cuico, Levi Hernandez, and now Archie Concepcion. Back to you guys.
Wow, that's a beautiful story. Thank you, Sydney. Jammer Hamito with back-to-back slam dunks. Sydney mentioned how accepting this crowd is, and now, welcome to Pampanga, Mr. Jammer Hamito.
Grabe yung energy by this home crowd para kay Jammer Hamito. And yes, he deserves that praise from this home crowd. Throwing down 2 back-to-back slams.
We bring you this epic move of the game in partnership with OKBet on the win. Jammer Hamito on the catch. A one-handed throwdown to the delight of the crowd. This guy used to play for San Juan, one of the mid-season additions as well for Pampanga. Certainly very crucial for the playoff run of the Giant Lanterns.
That's a big pickup for the Pampanga Giant Lanterns. And yes, he deserves to flex after that jam.
There's Coach Lester Alvarez leading the way for Val City. They're down by 6 points. As Sidney Crespo was mentioning about this wonderful program of the Pampanga Giant Lanterns, and now Archie Concepcion is going through it, one of their homegrowns. We cannot forget about this recruitment process as well that they have endured, no? Most of these players, nakalaban nila in another league, in the Mpbl. So this is like an all-star team formed by Coach Delta Pineda. And what a treat it has been for these Kapampangans to watch these Giant Lanterns grow all season long. Remember, we came in this 2022 season of the Mpbl not knowing who these players are. And yet, they've given us a team that can still contend for the championship here in this season.
That's right. And like what we mentioned, hard work talaga beats talent any day. And like Archie Concepcion's story, sabi nga niya, medyo nag-fall out na siya sa basketball. But Pampanga giving him that break and that trust sa kanya for him to actually fall in love again with the sport. And as you see him becoming an all-star in this season, grabe, ang ganda nga ng story nitong si Archie Concepcion.
And you can see just how passionately he plays itong si Archie, game in and game out. Kaya naman pala hindi siya kilala nung high school na hindi pa siya nagbabasketball. So nung college, so Sydney is actually signaling to us that Archie Concepcion used to be a track and field athlete in high school. Kaya palang bilis.
Oh.
Kaya ganun ka-athletic. And then in college, he was playing for Arellano University. Did not see many minutes. And here in the MPBL, blossoming into a star. Obviously, improving, increasing his stock to wherever he will end up. Of course, a lot of people, including us, are hoping that he will stay here and continue with this program of the MPBL. But we will support our players wherever they go. And we are just so proud that we have given them this avenue to shine on national television. Archie missing, but the putback is there for Jammer Hamito.
Again, Jammer Hamito proving why he's a good addition for this team. And Archie Concepcion staying aggressive with that basketball. Iba talaga yung sipag at tsaga nitong si Archie Concepcion.
Pascolado against MJ Garcia. 52-42. Julius will fire. Step back is good.
That was a tough shot. He came out with an in and out first, creating space for himself and ending up in that sidestep for that jump shot.
One can also wonder kung kailan ipapasok ni Lester Alvarez sa kanyang tatlong shooting guard as Mitchell Maynes scores inside.
Mitchell Maynes doing that Pinoy step, creating an extra step, extra space for him for that basket.
Charge here against Val City, si Alan Santos ang matatawagan. Take a look at this move by Julius Pascolado, who is also one of the ex-pros of Val City. Can't forget about that. And you mentioned this Pinoy step?
Yes, sir.
Mitchell Minus, more often than not, he will not shoot it. Aatake talaga yan. And there you see his finishing ability. Pasok dito si Ford Ruaya for Alan Santos. Here's MJ Garcia. Backdoor, Minus. Couple of fakes, turning around. Unable to score.
That was a good backdoor cut. Unfortunately, he forced the shot. There were too many white shirts already under that basket.
Pascolado against Mitchell Minus. Julius on the cross. Kick out, Ruaya, mid-range. That's good. Cal City hanging with Pampanga here. Archie escapes. There's a foul.
Huli yung bump ni Casajeros doon with that Archie Concepcion drive.
It's always interesting whoever Lord Casajeros is matched up with. Tonight it's Archie as we turn you over to Sidney Crespo.
Nung Sunday pa lang daw ay ankle sprain na itong si Jason Apolonio, kaya na-trigger ulit ang pain when he stepped on another player's foot kanina. According to their team PT, Jason took pain medicine at niyayelo nila ito ngayon, pero kung niya daw kailangan bumalik ni Jason Apolonio, hindi nila ito pipilitin. Back to you guys.
So it is an ankle injury for Jason Apolonio. We actually thought it was a knee injury, the way he was limping. But obviously, they'll take this because knee injuries might be scarier, a lot scarier than ankle injuries.
Yeah, but for sure they're going to make the right decision here. Of course, they'd want to look at the long-term effect for Jason Apolonio, and syempre they're going into the playoffs. They wouldn't want to do anything.
Alley-oop, Lagrama going to Alex Ramos. Could have brought the house down again. Here's Topeng. Down the middle, Lagrama, kick out. Minus will fire. That's short. Lagrama! Oh, what a pass! Ernest Reyes on the finish! And this, folks, is the main reason why the Kapampangas love Topeng Lagrama in his blue hair, giving out that assist to Ernest Reyes.
First of all, the rebound was impressive already. Out-rebounding two white shirts, and that no-look 180-degree pass to his teammate. That was a highlight, definitely. Sinamahan pa ng blue na buhok ni Topeng Lagrama.
A lot of people definitely missed that, including Topeng Lagrama, who is regaining his confidence and his minutes here for the Giant Lanterns. Coach Lester Alvarez. It's funny when you see him, tatanggalin niya yung comforter niya and he's gonna check himself in. Decision niya yun as the head coach of Cal City. He will inbound from the baseline. Here's Bauzon. On the catch, he fires and misses. Apreku, that's what he's known for, the rebounding. 10-point deficit. Mecca, they go to Lester. He will fire. Short. Lagrama na naman. Topeng surveying the floor. Couple of dribbles. They go to Minus. Mitchell using the pick. Inside, it's tapped away. Recovery for Pampanga. 9 on the shot clock. Archie Concepcion getting the switch. Driving, kicking, Reyes. Another pass, Lagrama. No good for him. Apreku getting the board. He's asking for a foul here. Ryle Mecca, one-hander. Wala pa rin. Couple of misses from both teams.
Nothing clean for both teams right now, but everyone going crazy for Topeng Lagrama.
Ronjay Buenafe checking back in here. Remember, Buenafe, Baguio, and Cabahog played together in the first half for 6 minutes and 41 seconds. They were a +10. Very efficient on the court. Right now, it's only Ronjay called upon by the white shirts.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised if they're going to decide to close out this game with those big three once again, because they know what they can do on the floor together.
There's a foul here against Lagrama. Tried to swipe it away against Ronjay Buenafe. Apolonio is still trying to stretch it out at the bench of Pampanga. You can see him doing some drills for his ankle. Can't help but feel sorry as well for Jason Apolonio, has been nursing a lot of injuries in this season, or at least for the past couple of weeks for Pampanga. There he is, jumping up and down, exercising that ankle that he injured last Sunday, as mentioned by Sidney Crespo. Before that, you see his left shoulder taped.
Yes.
Yun ang kanyang pilay. This free throw is brought to you by Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kompletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas.
Well, Jason Apolonio would for sure want to play again. Ang ganda na ng start niya in this ball game, and I'm sure he would want to play. But of course, he has to see kung kaya and kung kailangan pa.
Because more importantly, they will play the first playoff game on Saturday against Bataan in Nueva Ecija. He has to be healthy for that. Backdoor. Vera, kick out. Minus goes back to Dom. Vera at the corner. It's too strong. Rebound Ruaya. The other end we go. Buenafe. The Hezi. The spin. Ron J just able to recover with that basketball. Only an 8-point deficit. Alvarez will fire. That's short. And there's a foul inside. This is well within arm's reach for Val City.
Yes, that's right. That's only 8 points, and Apreku being aggressive on that rebound. Yun nga, like you said, he's well known for that. And now there's a chance to cut this lead just to 6 points.
Felix Apreku, number 8 in the league in rebounding, 9.3 per ball game. 3.2 of those come in the offensive end. It has been him and Jaymar Gimpayan in the top 10 of the league in rebounding all season long.
Right now, Migs, he has 11 big rebounds. Itong si Felix Apreku.
Tom Vera missing from 3. Ramos gets it. One more try here for Topping Nagrama and company. They're up by 8. Kick out. Vera. Another miss. Very uncharacteristic for Dom Vera. This time he cuts and kicks. Minus thought about it. 9 on the shot clock. Topping Nagrama. Risky move right there. Jump ball. Possession arrow pointing Pampanga's way. Pasok dito, Lawrence Malyari and Jammer Hamito. Baseline inbound, 5 on the shot clock for the purple shirts. Nagrama popping out, mid-range. Too strong. Here's Janelle Bauzon. Go to Apreku. Yapalabas. Buenafe and Alvarez. Shot clock reading 10. Bauzon, left side, pushing away his defender. Could not convert. Big rebound by Jammer Hamito.
Well, right now, wala si Alan Santos on the floor. Jammer Hamito, expect him to get big rebounds right now.
Mitchell Minus spinning his way through against Ron J. Buenafe, and he picks up the foul. Now it's Patrick Abahog being called upon by Val City. Remember, Patrick Abahog had 15 points in the first half. He was 5 out of 6 from the field, 3 out of 3 from downtown.
That was a good high percentage para dito kay Patrick Abahog. And he was doing it slowly para dito sa Val City.
Right. Hinihimay talaga yung depensa ng Pampanga, eh, no? Batiin ulit natin, Deputy Speaker Congressman Don Gonzales, Team Owner Manager AJ Gonzales, City Councilor Renz Gonzales, Sport Member Micah Gonzales, Vice Mayor Rudin Gonzales of Mexico, Governor Dennis Delta Pineda, Vice Governor Lilian Nanay Pineda, and Board Member Mylene Pineda. Magandang gabi po sa inyo. 1 minute and 18 in the third, 58-48. Apreku, back to Lester. Mid-range is good.
Lester Alvarez not shy to shoot that basketball. Alam naman natin, he can shoot that ball anytime.
4 points so far for Coach Lester. Lead cut down to 8. Dom Vera against Ron J. Buenafe. Shooter versus shooter right there. Malyari, handoff. Topping has 3 seconds to work with. Lagrama will fire. No good. Another chance here, courtesy of Malyari. Pampanga just couldn't convert. The other end, Buenafe stopping and popping. He loves that shot.
Only a veteran can make that shot. Now it's down to just 5 points para dito sa Val City. Again, slowly cutting the lead of Pampanga.
5-second differential. High-low. Hamito against Ford Ruaya. That's actually impressive defense from Ford Ruaya, holding his ground against Jammer Hamito. I'm actually not sure what the crowd is saying here. Might be Kapampangan.
Maybe.
Maybe. But one thing for sure, they're loving the action right now. Jammer Hamito getting tangled up with Ford Ruaya. You have to love the physicality between those two players. 58-53 is the score. 15 seconds to go before the end of the third quarter. Seconds to go here in the third frame. 58-53. Val City with possession. A chance for them to make this a single possession ball game entering the fourth frame. Lester Alvarez against Topeng Negrama. Down to 5 seconds. Almost a steal. Lester still has it. He has to fire. Val City runs out of time. That's impressive defense from Topeng Negrama.
That's right, Topeng Negrama standing his ground there against Lester Alvarez. Alam naman niya, Lester can shoot that shot from the 3-point line, but he was doing a very good job making him or contesting him from making a shot.
This quarter began with a 5-point lead for Pampanga, and it will end with the same separation between these two teams. Pampanga was actually building their lead once again at the start of this quarter, but with the inclusion of Ronjay Buenafe in the lineup for Val City, slowly but surely, naibabalik na naman sa mababang kalamangan ng Pampanga, courtesy of Val City.
That's right, emphasizing the slow and steady comeback of this Val City. We can expect that again to happen for this last quarter.
Mula sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao at sa iba't ibang sulok ng mundo, maraming salamat sa inyong panonood ng Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. Zamboanga claiming that #1 seed in the South Division with a victory versus Imus today. And then it was a 25-point comeback for the Marikina Shun Masters in a non-betting game versus the Rizal Golden Coolers. Commissioner Kenneth Durendes, Head of Basketball Operations Emer Oreta, Head of Security Rudy Distrito, Head of Marketing Seth Zamora. They're all inside the Brengiao Convention Center, making sure everything is fine in the second to the last regular season game day of the Mpbl before we proceed to the playoffs this Saturday. Karen, ang ating quarter scoring.
Well, here we see Pampanga having a good start against Valenzuela. Pero yun nga, nung pumasok na yung big three nitong Val City, they won that second quarter, 28-21. And pagdating nga ng third, it was a tie game, 16-16 for both teams. Kaya naman, balik tayo sa 5-point lead ng Pampanga.
Cyrus Baguio starting the fourth alongside Patrick Abahog, Felix Aprecu, Lester Alvarez, and Alan Santos. 9 on the shot clock here. Lester needing a teammate. They go to Skydos. 5 seconds to go. Skydos will have to fire. That's off to the left. Rebound Apolonio. Great to see him back in this game after tweaking his ankle. He's working with Archie Concepcion, Jammer Hamito, Alex Ramos, and MJ Garcia. There's that matchup, Alan Santos versus Jammer Hamito. Baseline, good pass. Hamito onto Alex Ramos.
So that was a good creation by Jammer Hamito, challenging Alan Santos and acquiring that help defense na nalibre tuloy yung kanyang kakampi.
6 points so far para kay Alex Ramos. 60-53. Here's Cyrus Baguio against Jason Castro Apolonio. They go to Cabahog. Turn around. No good. Rebound Hamito.
Well, those were the shots he was taking and making a while ago, earlier in this ball game.
That's a good read by Cyrus Baguio. All he can do to try to stop that basketball. Take a look at this bounce pass. Yeah, veteranong galawan din yan eh.
Just to stop the game and stop that run. For sure that's allowed.
Garcia, too strong. Rebound belonging to Aprecu. Here's Lester Alvarez. One can wonder, will Val City do that 3-guard combo again in the fourth frame with Ronjay Buenafe joining Cabahug and Baguio? Almost 2 minutes gone by in the fourth. Pampanga looking to snap their 2-game losing skid before they enter the playoffs this Saturday versus Bataan. Apolonio will fire. That's too strong. Rebound Alvarez. Lester, inside he goes. Aprecu is called for a walk.
Well, that was credited to Jason Apolonio's defense. Buti na lang challenge niya pa rin yung shot ni Felix Aprecu. Kaya naman natawagan ng traveling si Felix Aprecu.
It looks like that ankle is feeling better for Jason Apolonio. But he's going to have to take good care of that. Pampanga will need him to be 100% come the playoffs. Almost a steal. It's completed by Santos.
That was good defense by Alan Santos. Jamer Hamito actually had a good steal already, but active hands by Alan Santos getting that steal.
Great patience by Patrick Abahog on that 2-man game. He was just walking around the pick, and he was still able to utilize it properly. Pasok dito si Mitchell Maines. J. Markin Pine also set to check in. You know, amidst these big names for Val City, their all-star is actually their youngster. That's si J. Markin Pine. We can't forget about that. He has been impressive all season long.
Well, I mean, if you're in a team full of veteran players also, you'd expect your younger ones also to try to make more efforts during the games. And kaya naman, kita natin dito si Himpare naging all-star din para sa Val City.
Andre Armiñon has also been playing very well all season long, just bothered by injuries. Concepcion, no foul, turnover. Ooh, counter steal. And Garcia puts it in for 2.
Well, that's what you like to see from Garcia, not giving up. Kahit na nakuha na yung steal, he tried to get that basketball once again and making that basket for himself.
Here's Lester, bounce pass, good feed. No foul. One more chance here. Cyrus has 7 to work with. Baguio. Couple of in and outs. Turn around. Wala pa rin. Maines looking ahead. Archie's open. What a sidestep by Mitchell Maines.
He was skipping for that sidestep. But yeah, Archie Concepcion was already free under that basket. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to make that pass.
Look at that. Parang swerving no? Para kay Mitchell Maines. But it's perfectly legal.
Yeah, and that's a hard move to make, eh? other people with not so strong legs might get injured or be called for a travel. Pero yun nga, kita mo si Minus, very strong with his lower body.
62-54. Archie, he will fire. Straight away three for him.
That was a big three-point shot by Archie Concepcion. Confidence booster for him.
And he had to turn around, look at Garen Elorde, and then celebrate for that one. 65-54. Pampanga looking good in the fourth. Ramos. They kick out. Archie stepping back. This time it's short. Another NB go. Alan Santos pounding his way through. First layup is good. Alan Santos silencing the crowd here in Pampanga. Here's Archie, mid-range. Short. One more try. Minus tried to back up on Cyrus Baguio. Baguio tried to snatch it away, but he's called for a foul. This three-point shot is brought to you by Extreme, one-stop shop appliances. There's your former track and field star, Archie Concepcion, blossoming as one of the stars now in the Mpbl. Here's MJ Garcia. His turn to fire. No good. Can you imagine if he develops that three-point shot as a lengthy point guard? How useful he is going to be for Pampanga.
Yeah, that's going to be a scary. That's going to be a threat for them if he does.
MJ Garcia could have gone for the slam, but instead he lays it in.
That was such an athletic layup by MJ Garcia, flying high for that lefty layup.
Remember, Garcia was almost able to win it with that possible three-point play for Pampanga against San Juan before that three-pointer at the buzzer from Jeff Tahonera. Balik tayo, Archie Concepcion. Pampanga up by 11, under 5 minutes to go. Pass inside, Alex Ramos. Almost a throwdown, but the putback was there from Ernest Reyes.
Well, good patience there by Archie Concepcion, waiting for the defense to collapse on his big man. Kaya naman na libre. Could have been a highlight for them, but nonetheless, 2 field goal counted for them.
Kick out, Santos from the corner. That's short, rebound Minus. Pampanga looking to run. Instead, Garcia drives and kicks. Archie back to MJ. Fake, jab, pull up is good.
And just like that, it's a 15-point lead now for Pampanga, Migs.
We still haven't seen the big three all together in the second half. Cyrus Baguio, Ronte Buenafe, and Patrick Abahug. Alvarez, pass inside. Almost intercepted. Kabahug. There you go. That's what he's made of.
Again with that steady three-point shot by Patrick Kabahug. No emotions in his face.
That's his first 3 points in the second half, though. He's going to have to light it up because they're down by 12. Minus will fire. Another chance here for Pampanga. Good effort from their big men. It ends up with Minus. Inside, he scores. Could that just be the dagger? Maybe it's way too early to tell, but if you can see the way Pampanga's playing, they're playing inspired basketball.
That's right, and Pampanga has been that aggressor in this closing out minutes para dito sa laro na to, and you can see that they're on their way to get this big win against Val City.
Back inside the Benguiao Convention Center from San Fernando, Pampanga. Main game at hand. This is your second to the last game day, at least for the regular season of the Mpbl 2022 season. There you see our VIPs, Ermer Oreta, Kenneth Durendes, Rudy Distrito. Again, the playoffs will begin this Saturday inside the Nueva Ecija Coliseum all the way from Palayan City. And then we fly to Zamboanga for your games 2 days later, happening on October 17. That's a Monday. And we reduce our games per day. Doubleheader na lang po tayo beginning at 6:30. A couple of those games will be live on One Sports Plus. Then of course we retain our usual schedules on 1PH as well. There's a foul here. Again, stopping Lagrama. You think he has done enough to gain his confidence again?
Well, it looks like he did kasi with how he was playing, how he was passing the ball, how he was defending against the bigger guards of Val City, he overall did a pretty good job, and I'm sure he can feel it also as a player, and yung coach niya, for sure, he can attest to that, definitely.
And Lagrama has gotten some oohs and ahs from the crowd once again. An instant crowd favorite, even though he's not a homegrown. Archie on the layup. (75-59), 2 minutes and 30 remaining in this game. This might just be too late for Val City to pull off a comeback, but you can never count them out. And as I say that, J. Mark Ipayan makes a basket. Timeout agad dito ang Pampanga to try to regroup and not let Val City make a run of its own. 2 minutes and 19, Pampanga up by 14. Nagbabalik po ang Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League, ang Liga ng Bawat Pilipino. There you see the most passionate crowd of the Pampanga Giant Lanterns. Couple of VIPs at the sidelines as well. Batiin muli natin, Deputy Speaker Congressman Don Gonzales, AG Gonzales, Brens, Micah, Ruding Gonzales as well, Dennis Delta Pineda, Miss Delia, and Mylene Pineda as well. And happy birthday to Coach Pedic Dimatulak and Jay Sierra of the Pampanga Giant Lanterns. 75-61. Here's Ernest Reyes, kick out. Archie, catch and fire. In and out though.
Well, that was going to be a big shot for him and for the team. But yeah, he wanted to make that three-point shot. Itong si Archie Concepcion.
Uh-oh, look out, look out. Up, and away.
Well, I guess he wanted to do that more and show off that high-flying ability in front of this home crowd.
And everyone knew it. Archie running to the other end. This is going to be another slam. But Casajeros is there to try to stop it. A layup for Archie Concepcion. And he flexes to Lordy Casajeros. That might be a warning or a tick. Referee will talk now to our Mpbl staff at the sideline.
I mean, adrenaline is there for Archie Concepcion. He made that jam.
It is a tech for Archie. You know, whoever goes up or matches up against Lordy Casajeros, you really have to be careful. Because he will really try to put you off of your game. As you take a look at this slam dunk from the all-star of the Pampanga Giant Lanterns. Everyone knew about it, and he was gonna do it. Archie Concepcion for 2.
Yeah, everyone was ready for it. And yung mga lumalabas na dito sa stadium, syempre tumigil para makita yung slam na yun by Archie Concepcion.
Archie now will take a breather. Dom Vera inside, as well as Jammer Hamito, who has played fantastic game for Pampanga. Itong si Hamito. And if you think these Us and Us have already run out, well, Topping Legrama is still on the floor. Dom Vera could light it up. Pampanga still not done. Enjoying this game. 79-62. Here's Casajeros. Screen up top. Nordy on the cross. Step back. Oh, that's off. Pampanga slowing it down. Dom Vera. They go to Topping. Legrama. Thought about it. And then he stops. 10 seconds to work with. Legrama onto Vera. Still doesn't fire here. 3 seconds. Dom Vera. And a turnover. Cyrus Baguio gets it. Baguio playing with that basketball. That's a dribbling violation against him. He's been trying to play with Topping Legrama in tonight's ball game.
Oh wow, the crowd is really playing with it too.
MJ Garcia, Topping Legrama and company will try to burn this clock. Vera at the corner. That's a 3. 82-62, so that will do it, folks. In the last home court defense of the Pampanga Giant Lanterns in this season, they're able to win it against Valenzuela. Jammer Hamito goes all the way for another jam. Oh, he wanted it.
Yeah, and that's the cherry on top for this ball game.
Another steal here. MJ Garcia telling Mitchell Minus to stop. Don't shoot it anymore. Nordy Casajeros will still try to steal that basketball. Legrama just shakes his hand. And that will conclude this matchup between Pampanga and Val City, as well as the regular seasons here in the Mpbl. We're still not done with these two teams because they will proceed to the playoffs. Val City will be going up against the San Juan Knights as the number 6 seed in the playoffs. As for Pampanga, Archie Concepcion and company will be opening our playoffs this Saturday against the Patan Risers. Archie, the All-Star, comes alive once again. He is our player of the game, brought to you by OKBet, the official partner of the Mpbl, with OKBet on the win.
Well, Archie Concepcion, All-Star Archie, playing big para dito sa Pampanga and getting this comeback win para nga sa kanila in front of this home crowd.
This snaps the 2-game losing streak of Pampanga after suffering defeats from Zamboanga and San Juan respectively. And they will have home court defense in Game 2 of their series versus Bataan on October 22. But before that, they will travel to Nueva Ecija. Now we turn you over to Sydney Crespo with our OKBet player of the game, Archie Concepcion.
Yes guys, kasama ko ang kanilang homegrown at ang kanilang best player of the game, Archie Concepcion, with 18 points, 6 rebounds, and 6 assists. Archie, with that emphatic performance, anong masasabi mo sa naging teamwork at hustle ninyo ngayong gabi? You're the younger team, but that wasn't the problem.
Kahapon pa lang po sa practice, nag-huddle po kami. Lahat po ng mga lapses namin, pinag-usapan po namin. Kailangan po maglaro po kami as a team. Yun nga po nagawa po ng mga teammates ko, both offense and defense po. Yun po. Tulong din po ng mga coaches. Talagang minotivate po kami nung down na down po kami.
Archie, napaka-exciting na playoffs rin ang parating sa'yo. Anong mindset ang dadalin mo doon?
Itong laro po na to, for sure, lahat po ng team ko, madadala po namin to. Yung kumpiyansa po. Tsaka para po sa mga fans to, nagbibigay boost po sila sa amin. Yun po.
Archie, sino mga gusto mong pasalamatan?
Unang-una po, pinapasalamatan ko po si God, tsaka family ko po na nandito sumusuporta. Yung anak ko po, wife ko po, and Deputy Speaker Congressman Don Gonzales po, team owner, manager AG Gonzales. Birthday po, City Councilor Brent Gonzales po, Board Member Mika Gonzales, Vice Mayor Roding Gonzales po, Governor Delta Dennis Pineda, siya po yung coach namin, Vice Governor Nanay Pineda po, Board Member Malin Pineda, and happy birthday po kay Coach Pedic Di Matulak and Coach Jay Shera po. And sa Porac naman po, ang mayor po namin, si Jing Kapil. Tsaka mga Kapampangan po dito, nagpapasalamat po ako sa kanila sa suporta po nila. Yun lang po, maraming salamat po.
Archie, again, congratulations and enjoy this win. Again, that's our best player of the game, Archie Concepcion, brought to you by OKBet, the official partner of the Mpbl. With OKBet, own the win. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Sydney. Archie Concepcion blossoming once again as the homegrown star of the Pampanga Giant Lanterns. On Thursday, we close our Mpbl regular season, but with an important game between Imus and Muntinlupa to determine the number 8 seed in the South Division. After that, Batangas will square off against Quezon City, and then in the main game, Sarangani will close out the season alongside the Caloocan Excellence. After Thursday, we'll see you guys on Saturday in the Nueva Ecija Coliseum, all the way from Palayan City to begin our 2022 Mpbl playoffs. In behalf of my partner Garen Elorde, our courtside reporter Sidney Crespo, my name is Migs Gomez at ito po ang Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League, ang liga ng bawat Pilipino.
Ay, wag